Okay, we're going to talk about the top reasons why you're staying skinny and why you are not building muscle. Now, I used to hear these myths all the time about how just basically eat more, sit around, don't do too much cardio, and all those things are wrong. Like, all that'll do is just get you fucking fat. If you just eat whatever you want and sit on your ass all day, you're just going to get fat. That's not going to help you build muscle and make you look good. The first thing that you have to make sure that you do is that you prioritize the correct type of workouts. Now, when you're working out and you start going to the gym, you start doing like the basic calisthenics and start doing, 3 sets of 10, what's going to discourage you is seeing that you're not gaining any actual muscle, you're not gaining any actual size. And it's because you're not emphasizing on the certain body parts that make you look bigger. As a skinny guy, the main thing that you're trying to grow, the main thing that you really want to show off is the show off muscles. And that's usually the chest. A lot of skinny guys, a lot of us start out with that chicken chest, that bird chest, and we want it to grow because that is a clear indication that we work out. Now, biceps will grow, your forearms will get veiny, all those things will grow, but for some reason we'll still have this tiny ass chest. You're like, yo, I did 100 push-ups every day and my chest still hasn't grown. Well, it's because you're working the middle of the chest. You're working the pecs. Oh, I've done dips. I've done so many dips, and I've worked out. Oh, you're just working out the bottom of the muscle. But the main part that you're neglecting, that you're forgetting to work out, is the top of the chest, this plate of armor look. You can look at any movie that we have of our, vast majority of super hyper masculine movies of like Troy or fucking Blade. You see Ryan Reynolds or fucking 300, right? Some of those classic movies where guys have these great physiques, but they're not these huge guys. If you look at the stats of their height and as well as their weight, you'll see Brad Pitt in Fight Club. Brad Pitt is like freaking like 5'11", 6 foot, and he was probably like 160 pounds. Like, I'm bigger than Brad Pitt was in Fight Club, but he looked amazing, right? Because he emphasized working on his show muscles. So they emphasized on working on the shoulders as well as the top of the chest. So that's one of the main reasons why you don't look good. It's because you are not doing the correct workouts. The second thing is you are not getting enough calories. All right. It is insanely hard to just eat and scarf down a shit ton of food. It's really, people will be like, oh, well, my problem is I'm not losing weight. Listen, you fat fuck. You're just eating Doritos all fucking day, right? The things that you're eating Starbucks and high calorie foods that don't give you any protein. So you just end up looking like shit. But skinny guys, our problem is our metabolism, especially when you're young, your metabolism is just way too fucking fast. And you're not eating real food that is packed with nutrition. We're thinking we're eating all day, but we're eating McDonald's, we're eating snacks. And so you're like, oh, I'm eating all day, but I'm not really gaining any weight, right? So the main thing is that you have to have calorie dense food that is dense with protein because you need to build the muscle, right? A lot of skinny guys, you're just eating carbs, you're not having protein, and you need all three macronutrients to build muscle. You need carbs, you need fats, and you need protein. All three work together in unison to build muscle, right? And so one of the main things that I had to do, I had to suck it up, was fucking make these disgusting 1,000-calorie shakes. It was horrible, but it's what gave me the size that I needed to fuel my muscles, because going to school or going to work and then coming home and working out, whatever routine that I was doing at the time, it had to be fueled. It had to be backed up, right? Food, calorie intake is fuel for your muscles. And so one of the shakes that I used to make was notorious. It was fucking terrible. I hated it, but sometimes I wanted to throw up. But this is what I would do. I would get about 8 ounces of milk. I would get 2 scoops of whatever protein that I had. I would add peanut butter, maybe a scoop or 2. I would add Nutella, maybe a scoop or 2. I would add a cup of oatmeal. Oh boy. I would have my tuna and avocado with that shake. It was fucking disgusting. And sometimes I would add like honey, or I would add like nuts. At the time I couldn't afford Brazil nuts, but Brazil nuts are probably best. But if you can get your hands on any type of trail mix and throw that in there, it's going to be a pretty grainy, shitty shake to have once a day. Like, this is like, you have to do it every day without fail, because you're missing out on a vital part of your macronutrients, which is protein. So if you want the cuts, if you want the muscle, if you want your chest to not be small and skinny, if you don't want people calling you bird chest like how they used to call me, you gotta pack in those fucking calories. And it sucks. You do that for a good couple of months and you will notice a much bigger difference in your chest, in your arms, in your back. You'll also notice a much bigger difference in the way people treat you. You'll also notice female attention changes. If I was skinny and had no chest and no nothing, I would not be able to attract as many girls as I was able to attract. I think at my like prime of like being single, I think it was 600 matches in a week. I mean, that's not crazy numbers, but that's way higher numbers than most guys are getting. Most guys aren't getting any matches, right? So when Tinder first came around, I was probably getting about 600 matches a week. 600 women were looking at my body or looking at my pictures and being like, oh, I like him. They didn't talk to me. They don't know who I am. They didn't get to feel my personality. Where back then you couldn't put like video or anything like that, and girls were swiping yes on me. So, and I don't think it was because I'm fucking Brad Pitt. I think it was because of the way that my posture, my body looks. It's the first thing. Like, attraction is something that we can't fight. You know, because personality matters, but okay, to get into the door, get your foot in the door, you got to look good, and that comes from your body. The third thing, and you're probably not gonna like this one. You're really not gonna like this one. This is probably the biggest factor as to why you're not gaining size and muscle and looking sexy and all that good shit. It's because you're lazy fuck. You're inconsistent. All right, consistency is what changes everything. You don't have to be perfect. All right, the working out and looking great isn't about being perfect. You don't have to do perfect form in the perfect number of workouts in the perfect set, and that you don't have to do that shit. What you do need to do is be consistent. You have to continuously go. You have to continuously see that you are not where you want to be, and look at other people who are where you want to be and go, okay, what did they do to get there? I remember when I first started working out, I used to ask my mom, like, what should I eat and what should I do? My mom doesn't fucking know. She doesn't fucking know what's gonna make a man sexy. She just knows a man that looks good is sexy, right? She doesn't know what it takes. So I made it a priority not to talk to anyone who wasn't in shape. Anyone who didn't have the body that I wanted, I made sure that I did not ask them for advice, because they don't know what it takes to do that. I'm a walking billboard. I'm a walking example of what it takes to look good. So people don't question me. People come and ask me questions like, oh shit, what should I do? Why do you think they ask me instead of asking the skinny guy? Why do you think they ask me instead of asking one of my chunky friends? Because I've already shown you see it, that I am the epitome of what I'm talking about. I have the result that you want, or even if it's not the exact result, you know that I understand how to get there. That's why you watch the videos. That's why I have about 1,000 subscribers now, right? You recognize that I understand the path to get to where you want. And so you made the decision, I'm going to listen to this guy. And you probably made the right fucking choice, right? So again, back to you not being consistent. When I first started, I didn't do perfect workouts. If anything, I could have had my body in a better point than it is now had I had someone to show me, or had I had someone like me on YouTube who I was watching, or on Instagram, wherever the fuck you're finding me at the moment. I mean, obviously this is YouTube. But yeah, had I had someone like me showing me exactly the steps that I needed to do, then I would have gotten to that result much faster. Simple. There's no way around you not doing the work. See guys saying, oh, juice, steroids. Okay, you can take steroids and still look like shit. You would be surprised that some of the guys that you see in your gym actually look like shit. Like, they don't look good, and they're on steroids, or they're on multiple different compounds. So steroids won't do the work for you. It'll make it easier. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say it won't make it easier for you, but it won't do the work for you. It won't make your meals for you. It won't count your calories for you. It won't push the weight for you. It won't lift it up. It won't, when you're tired, you have to get up and go anyway. It won't prioritize how to navigate with your girl or with your family and still make time for it. Steroids won't do that for you. Watching my YouTubes won't do that for you. It's action and consistency. Those are the two things that I did, that I executed on, that gave me the body that I have now. I just came from the supermarket. I bought, a bunch of food for the week or whatever. Shit, little dog. Bought a bunch of food for the week or whatever, and choosing sickness, an insane amount. Women with rings, women who you wouldn't think in that demographic, guys looking at me. Why? because I'm a walking billboard of what I'm talking about in this video. And so if you want to stop being a skinny little bitch, be consistent, drink your calories, and do the correct workouts. If you need any help with any of that, you can go to my Instagram, you can follow me, you can watch along, or you can hit one of the links below, and we can either get you into the program or you can go one-on-one with me. Until then, until next time, until next video. See ya.